key generation transformation, table comparison transformation, and then case transformation, right? Okay, in today's session, we'll be learning few more transformations which are available in data services. Before that, let me explore a few more options in table comparison. Why it is taking this much of time? Yes, designer is opened. Where is the table comparison? Data flow. Let me take a copy of this. I'm creating a new job. Job dot table comparison. So I'm not going to create a workflow here. I'm simply drag and drop the data flow, copy of this table comparison. So if you have more than one data flow, if there is any dependency between the data flows, then create a workflow. Otherwise, you can go with this data flow. Let me remove this map operation as well. So this map operation also we discussed in the last session, right? Yeah. See, in the table comparison, we have input primary key columns and compared columns. So for suppose if I do not map the primary key here, then what will happen? Any guess? Is it mandatory to map primary key column in the table comparison? Hello, guys, you are there? In the table comparison, we have these two are the options in the table comparison. So now I just removed that primary key column. What will happen? Is it mandatory to map the primary key column in the table comparison, or it is an optional? No idea. Fine. Let me validate this. See what happens here? Error. Key is not defined. Primary key must be defined in the table comparison based on that primary key only. Okay, table comparison will compare the source and target data. So this is the point I just wanted to show you. So primary key is mandatory. Then coming to this right hand side box, compare columns. So suppose I'm removing these two compared columns, then what will happen? These two are also mandatory or it's an optional? Not a mandatory. There are some warnings, conversion, type conversion warnings. Where 24 in the source. Okay, int map to that is fine. This is int that is what saying. Size is 24. What is the issue? Okay, so I just removed those two. Unmapping compared columns from table comparison. So it is not giving any error since it means compared columns here whether you can input the compared column, you can map the compared columns, or you cannot, don't need to map these compared columns simply. Then what will happen if I do not map any compared columns here? How table comparison, based on what table comparison will compare the source and target data? Any idea? Hmm? Guys, are you with me? So here I just removed, compared columns from, this table comparison. Then validated the table comparison. So it was not throwing any error because that comparing the columns, the table comparison is an optional, so that it did not return any error. It did not throw any error. So based on what column, what is this source file? Let me check the source file here.
Nothing will happen
What
in
is this?
that case because we're not given any column. So it will not compare anything.
Okay. That is your guess, right, Manoj ji?
Yes.
Okay. Any more? Okay. This is only source right here. Yeah. So as per you, nothing will happen because we have not mapped any compared column, so that table comparison will not do any comparison. That is what your statement. Okay, let me change this location of customer 106 to India. And also let me add let me insert one record. Customer ID is 107. Location is Mexico. See here in the source, I have modified the source data in such a way that change the location. Okay, change the location of customer 102 to India, and I have inserted a new record in the source. Let me save this. I save a copy. Today my system is very slow. Sorry, guys.
Venkat, why didn't you choose the override changes option?
Where?
It was giving you two options, no? Save a copy or override the changes on the
Ah,
existing one.
so I did not observe that second one. What is this?
This is A4 related issue.
Mhm. Okay, anyhow, it is saving. But I had inserted one new record here. It is why it is not appearing. Connected my mobile network. That could be the reason. Okay, let me insert new record. Location I'm giving Mexico. Okay. So I'm just checking this scenario. Okay, what will happen? In this case, you know what happens if you do not map any compared columns in the table comparison. What table comparison will do is table comparison will compare all the columns of source and target data. Will compare all the columns. If there are 100 columns, it will compare all the columns of source and target. It will degrade the performance of the job. Okay, Manoj, it will compare all the columns, If there is any change happened in any of the column value, then that record will get updated in the target table. Otherwise, it will that record will exist as is.
Okay.
Okay, let me come here and save this. Okay, let me see preview of the data whether it is reflected in design or not. Yes. See, did you observe one thing? This is a source data in my source file. Where is my source file? Hmm. In my source file for 106, the location is India. For 107 customer, the location is Mexico. Whereas in designer for 106, the location is IN and 107 location is ME. Why so? It is not coming full name in the designer. What could be the reason?
Length.
Yes, exactly. Length. If you go here and check the length of this location, we have given 2, so that it will, it will take only 2 letters. Now go and run this job. 18. What is my job name? Table comparison. Execute it. Yeah, job is completed successfully, and go and see the target data. See, so which column has been updated in the target? Location column, right? This is the input source data. This is a target data. So for 107 location in the source, I had updated it to India. So in the target also, the location has been updated for the same customer. And one record I have inserted in the source. Same record has been inserted in the target table as well. Clear, right? That is here two options. That primary key compare, I mean mapping the primary key is a mandatory, whereas this is an optional. But in the real-time project, okay, we definitely map one compared column. Usually in the real-time projects, usually we take a time dimension. We take a time field, a date field. Okay, if there is in the source, if there is any record gets updated, so we'll maintain a last updated date kind of date field. So based on that date field only, we will map that date field here. Based on the date field only, table comparison will compare the columns of the source and target. If you do not map anything, then if there are 100 columns in the source, table comparison will compare all the columns. It will definitely degrade the performance. Okay, just remember this point. Clear, right? And any questions here? Okay, no questions. Good. Then next point here is here. This is already explained, I guess, right? Input contains duplicate keys. For suppose here I do not map any column here, and for suppose your source data has some duplicates. Then how table comparison will handle those such scenarios? In that case, we'll have to, check this box. So by by enabling this box, we are telling to the table comparison, the input data, whatever is coming from the source system, that data has some duplicates, handle it. That is the meaning of this option. We have already seen what will happen if you check this, how it will handle the duplicate keys. Duplicate keys in the sense this also will take the primary key only. Primary key duplicates. Okay, if you do not uncheck this, then the table comparison, the job will definitely throw the error. If the source has duplicated keys, just check this. Okay, so that table comparison will handle such scenarios. And the next point is, for suppose in the target table, let's say target table, I have a duplicated data. Then how table comparison will compare the data? In the target table, I guess we have already one table which has duplicates. Which one that I guess? Sorry, I'm checking in the quality. Beam_C. Which is that I guess customer, which table has duplicates? This is not the right one. Customer master. We have created one. I guess this one. See, let's say this table has duplicates. For customer ID, there are three records. Customer ID 101. For every customer, there are three records. How this is a target table? Let's assume this is a target table. Okay. If whenever I load the data into this target table using the table comparison, how table comparison will handle will compare the so source and target data when target table has the duplicates. How? Did you get my question first of all? Hello? Okay. In that case, we have an option is a generated key column. In that case, we need to use the generated key column. Key column is nothing but, so it will generate one unique ID. It will generate one unique ID for each record of the for each record of the table. Based on this key column only, table comparison will perform the comparison of source and target data. Okay, do you want demonstration on this, or we can go with the next one? Very simple. You don't need to do anything. Here in the table comparison, just create one dummy field in the source, which will, create one field in the source table, okay, which will identify the records uniquely. So you don't need to generate any key column, map that key column here. So what will happen is this table comparison will automatically generate the keys, unique keys for each and every record of the table. That's it. Okay. Let's see if we want. I'm taking this table as the input. What is this table name? Customer key transformation. I'm taking this table as an input. Make a source. Remove everything from query transformation. Today my network is little bit weak. Just bear with me. I'm just demonstrating if the target table, has duplicates, how table comparison will handle such scenarios, or how table comparison will compare the source and target data, which record will get updated in the target table. Just a map to output. The generated key column or key transformation, whenever you do use these two, the type of the field must be numeric only. So I'm going table comparison here, and customer ID is my primary key, and I'm not giving any mapping any compared columns. Okay, let's take generated key. Change the table name first. what is this input table, key transformation, then map the generated key column. On which column this unique key should be generated. Okay, now again take a temporary table. What is the schema owner, SAP HANA DB, and I'm giving the table name as table comparison. Whenever you load the data first time, okay, see it is giving warning. Compare column list is empty. I don't mind. Okay, just save it. So first time it will load data as is. Okay, with key. It will load the data source data as is into the target table with unique key number. Can now go and run this job. What is the name of the job? Table comparison, save job. Due to error. See, table comparison processing the update or delete rows and must have a key column. Either set use input keys to S or specify key column in the input schema or uncheck the this option is enabled. Bulk load option, that is the problem. So when do you use this bulk loader option? Whenever you are transforming the huge volume of data from source to target, okay, then only use this bulk loader option. In the target table, the main these last three tabs now load triggers, preload commands, postload commands, preload and postload commands. Any of we don't use, okay, most of the time. But these options, bulk load option only in any project, we do use these two only. Okay, now go and run the same job again because it was thrown error last time. Okay. Job is completed successfully and go and see the target data. No data, low data. Why so? Go and check the monitor. See, uh, read the source data, 18 records taken from source table, but table comparison compared 6 rows, but it does not return any data. Go and check it. Why? Source, we have data. This is also correct. Maybe this, that input table, right? Input table has duplicate keys. Yeah, that is only the reason, because input has duplicated records. For saving also, it is taking this much of time. Just go and run the same job, table comparison. Completed success. And let's see here in the monitor log. Table comparison, BIM. Any error is there? There is no error. But why data is not getting loaded here? Any idea? DB is correct only, but in table comparison, customer ID is phone. This table name is correct only. No? Key trans. Customer key trans. This is also correct. Everything is correct here, but why data is not flowing into the target table? This is an optional. See in the monitor log. This is a query transformation. Query transformation. Query transformation read 18 rows from the source data. Okay, then catch the comparison, catch the table in the designer 6. Okay, because 6 into 3, because the table source data has a duplicates. Then again 6. Then comparison for 0, 1, but table comparison, dim customer key transformation, table comparison 0. Maybe let me take a compared column here. Compared column, what I'm taking is location only. Okay, it is saved now and go and run the same job. It is not generating, throwing any error, but data is not transforming. Completed. Let me see the error log. If any errors, no errors. Monitor log. Zero only. Any guess here why data is not getting loaded into target table? Hmm? Mapping is correct only. Everything is correct here.
Uncheck both option from table comparison, no? The input duplicate key and it really detect a duplicate row.
Both are already checked.
Uncheck that.
No, it will not cause that. See, if there are any records deleted in the source now, this option will, capture those records.
Or maybe make a input primary key as a key only instead of customer ID.
Oh, oh, Instead of customer ID. Sorry, come again.
Instead of customer ID as a primary key column, input primary key column, make key as the input primary column.
That is what I did now here. Customer ID is a key. That is what I have taken here.
Instead of customer ID, can't we use key?
No, key is null right here. Key doesn't have any values now.
Okay.
Network is weak here. Not responding properly. Completed. Go to monitor log and see. Let's see if any luck. No. This time also it is empty only. Let me go and see this tool. Not tool. This is the code, designer will run on the job server. So here only something we are missing, but not sure what it is. So I'm not mapping that generated key column. Let's see. This is the last attempt. If not, then I will check this offline and we'll come back on this in tomorrow's session. Yeah, completed. No. Okay, no issues, guys. I will check this offline. Okay, and we'll come back on this in tomorrow's session again. But that is the use of this generated key column. Okay, so with this, I have explained you all the options of this table comparison based on the scenarios. Okay, you have to use those, all these options. Then coming to the next one is next transformation is, see, so far we have seen key generation transformation we have discussed, and table comparison is discussed. Fourier transformation is anyhow, that is a general one in, I mean, general transformation discussed, row generation also discussed. Okay, now in next transformation, I will go with this merge transformation. See, map operation is also discussed. Merge transformation, what is the use of this merge transformation is? The use of the merge transformation is merge transformation is used to combine. Merge transformation is to combine the, two or more data sets. It is used to combine the data of two or more data sets of the source system. Okay. So let's say I have that is the use of this merge transformation. Merge transformation will give you in the SQL. Okay, we have union and union all operations, right? Union and union all operations. So union will give the what? What is the difference of these two, union and union all? Hmm? Everybody knows it, right? Union, which one will give the duplicates? Union or union all? So union all will give the duplicates. Okay, whereas union will give unique records. So this merge transformation will give the result of this union all. Merge transformation will give the result of union all. Okay, let's demonstrate this merge transformation. Let's say I have two flat files. I'm taking example source as two flat files. Okay, so basically, let's say I have in one flat file, one reason data is coming into one flat file. In the second flat file, a second region of data is coming from the second flat file. If I want to measure, if I want to combine these two data sets and load the data into the target table in a single table, in that case, I will go with the merge transformation. Okay. The prerequisite for this merge transformation is the structure of both tables should remain same, should be same. The number of the number of columns are mandatory. Okay, but the structure in the sense the data type of columns, the data type of the column should remain same, and the number of columns also should remain same. If the number of columns are not same, we can handle it. If the data type is not same, then also we can handle it in the designer, in the BODS. But the prerequisite for this is the number of columns should be same. The data type of each and every field of both sets also should be same. Okay, that is a prerequisite. So with this prerequisite, okay, if let's say I have this flat file has India customers. This flat file has India customers. Let me save this. I'm taking copy of this same data file. Let me rename this file underscore India. Since this is already opened, you cannot rename it. Where is this customer training 2? Okay, now rename this file underscore India. Because this file has, I have India customers. And I'm preparing another source file which will have US customers. Okay, this is US one. What I'm doing here is I'm just keeping only 3 records, deleting everything else, and making location as US, and customer ID is 108 109 1110. Okay, and what is the other file? So I'm taking the same customer from source file 1 into the source file 2, because this customer is duplicated, because this customer is in source file 1, plot file 1, and same customer exists in this file as well, second plot file as well. Wanted, I have taken this customer into this plot file as well, just to show you the difference. Okay, let me take this customer is, let's assume TechM. Okay, this is Oracle, and it's a TCS, then CTS. Let me save this. Meanwhile, go here and create one new job. This job name is job Medj. And also go to plot file. Take a copy of these 2 plot files as well. Create a 2 plot files in Designer. Is it copied or not? What happened? Copy one. Okay. I'm giving name of this file as customer training underscore IN. Okay, then training, change the name. Name of this one is underscore IN. Yes. Okay, I have 7 customers in this plot file. Let me change the data type as varchar and size 24 of customer ID. Okay, then save and close. Now create another plot file for US plot file. Means for US source data. Okay, now I'm giving the name of this plot file is US. Okay, this change the file name as well. This is US. It will ask me to override S. Okay, here also I change this to varchar 24. Okay, now save and close. So now I have 2 plot files created in Designer. Okay, one for India customers and second one for the US customers. In the job, create a data flow. This is df underscore major. Now take these 2 plot files as source. Now what I'm doing is directly take a major dimension. Okay, now join source file 1 to this merge and source file 2 also to the merge. Go and check the options of merge. See, these are these are, I mean, this is source file 1 and this is we have 2 source files. We are combining the data of these 2 source files and loading the data into DB table, I mean, in a single database table using this merge transformation. So if you see here, the number of columns in the data file 1, in the plot file 1, the number of columns in the second file is also same and the data type is also same, which means the structure of both plot files is same. Okay, so that I'm able to do this merge these 2 data sets and load the data into what is the this image transformation, right? Let me give the same name. Now join this merge transformation to the target table. Uncheck this bulk load is not required unnecessarily here. Go to options. Okay, then enable this. And first time anyhow it will be truncate and load only. Okay, because since the target table, I have taken target table as a temporary table in AnaDB. Just validate this data flow. See, the length 6 for column customer name does not match the length 8 and 5. See, because the length of what is this field? Which field is throwing error here? Customer name and rating agency. Go and check. Go and check here. Customer name. Customer name is 8 here. What is the customer name here? 6. Okay, then rating agency. Rating agency is 5. What is the rating agency here? 3. So that it has throw the error. Okay, now what you have to do here is go and change the customer name 8 in the below table 6 in above 5 3. Change the US data source. Customer name 8 give 8 and rating agency is 5 give 5. Okay, save and close. Now cross check once. Number of fields are same. I know it. But data type and size 24.873.14.5.2, 24.873.14.5.2 and go and validate it. Yes. Okay, now save this and run this job. How many records will be loaded into the target table? How many records will be loaded into the target table? Here in the flat file, in the source file 1, I have 7 records. In the second file, how many records we have? 4. Out of 400 is a duplicate. It exists in both source file 1 and source file 2. So how many records will be loading into the target table? 7 plus 4, 11 or 7 plus 3, 10?
10 records.
10 records? Okay, let's see. Major transformation will give the output of union all, not union. So how many records we should load into the target table? Sorry.
11 in that case.
11. Go and check. First, go and run this job that we have created with major transformation. Execute it. What is the status of this job? Completed successfully. Good. Go and check the data. How many are there? 11. See, this is not a duplicated one. 100 customer ID, 100 here. Customer name is HSBC 123 here. I have CTS. Rest everything remains same only, right? Yes, let me change this just to show you. This should be, what is the customer name for 100? HSBC 123 only. HSBC 123 only. And SBU is ASV. SBASV credit rating 2A2 non-investment DNB IN location. Okay, fine. Meanwhile, what I will do is let me see whether it is truncate and load or not. Okay, truncate and load only. See, in the temporary file, temporary table, we have two options. Okay, one is delete data from table before loading, or drop the table and recreate it. But the moment when you import it into the database, okay, then we will have only one option, that is delete data from table before loading. Just one question here. See, initially we are taking a temporary table and loading the data into temporary table. After that, we are importing the table into the database. Okay, once table is imported into the database, can I re-import again? I mean, can you make it again temporary table? Can I make it again temporary table in designer? No, vice versa is not possible. Only create a temporary table here in designer. Once you import it, that will become a DB table. You cannot make that again temporary table in a designer. Okay, this is saved. Go and run this. Before, before run this. Successfully completed. Remove this target. Just check. See, for customer ID 100. Okay. So this record was loaded in the target table twice, because this record is there in both tables, source file 1 and source file 2, so that same has been loaded in the target table. Okay, because that is the result of merge transformation will always be union all, not union. For suppose I want to load only unique records. Okay, but the source data in the source, okay, let's say I'm not sure about how the source data is coming. Okay, the source data might have a duplicate data. But when I combined the both, I mean two data sets and loading the data into the target table, I do not want to load the duplicates, if any. Then what to do? Hmm? In that case, what we have to do is just query transformation, take a query transformation, okay? And here we have an option that I have already showed you, distant rows. Just make it enable, distant rows. Okay, then again take another temporary table. This is also merge. Let's give merge only this time. Okay. The moment when you enable the bulk code, then you need to map the input keys in the target table options. Can you have first time only? Need to map the fields from merge transformation to the query transformation. Okay, now go and check here. Yes. Validate this. See, this is the good practice. Always, whenever you make any change in the existing data flow, or whenever you are creating any new job, okay, immediately validate that job or validate that change. Just validate it and see if there any errors. No errors. Save this job. It's taking lot of time even to save the job. It is saving now. Yes, go and now how many records will load into this second temporary table? In your first table, we have 11 records, right? How many tables will be loading into the second table with query transformation? Very simple here. Now go and check. This is the first table. This is, I'm keeping both side by side. See how many are there? Only 10. Here we have 11 because in the query transformation, what we did is for the second table, I have load only distant rows. I have enabled this option. After merge transformation, okay, it will take the output of this merge transformation, that is a union all result. But in the query transformation, since I have since I am telling this query transformation while loading the data into target table, only load the distant rows. That is what here for 100. For 100, we have only one record. Clear, right? Then coming to the next scenario, let's say here in this case, in the source, both source files, I have same number of columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of columns same. Okay, so that simply I have used this measure transformation directly. Okay, in the first table, anyhow measure transformation will give the union all output, so that this table have uh, this table have data with duplicates. Okay, whereas in the second table, since I have used only load I'm telling to the query transformation only load a distant rows to the target table, so that the second table has only distant rows loaded. Okay. Now, now in the next point is, let's say in the source file 1 or source file 2, I have one more. Let me take US. What I'm doing is I'm just adding one more field, address. This address is something, give some ABC. Okay. Give some ABC everywhere. Now save it. Now what will happen? Because the prerequisite for major transformation is the number of columns should be same in both data sets, and the data type of each and every field of the table also should same. But now I have modified the source table by adding one additional field in the second source file, that is a US file. Then what will happen now? Okay, this is save and go and see. First go to this plot file. This is not reflected here. You have to do some change to reflect the change here. Everything will be, yes, this is it's. It will ask me to override this schema. Yes. Okay, now address is added. I'm for safer side, I'm giving size as 12. Okay, customer data, customer ID, varchar 24, and customer name size is how much? I guess 15. Rating agencies. Rating agencies 5. Save and close. Now what will happen? Because wanted, I have added one additional field in the second source file. Okay, will this job run? First of all, will it validate or not? Let's see whether that is updated here or not. Yes. Where we have added that in the second file, I guess. Yes, address is updated here. Okay, now what will happen? Now go and see major transformation. This table one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, whereas table 2 has 8. What will happen now? What is the size of this customer name? 15. Make it 15. Customer name 1, sorry, 8 is also 8. 8. This what will happen? Whether major transformation will take these two inputs or not. Whether this major transformation will be able to take data from these two source files when a number of columns are different. Hmm. Okay, I'm not making any change here. Let's validate it. See what happens. Number of columns 8 for merge input. I know it. Number of columns are 8 in US, whereas the number of columns in India file as 7 only. First of all, this major transformation will not accept. First of all, that will not be able to, okay, take the source data when columns are different, when the number of columns are different. What to do here? Go and add that column in flat file 1 as well, or what? Hmm? In this scenario, how do you handle these scenarios? Because this source file is coming from some US customer. I cannot go and ask a US customer, no, your file has less number of columns. Please please add this column in your source table. We cannot ask that, right? How do you handle in this scenario? How do you handle these kind of scenarios?
Add that column from different source.
Different source. No, my
Merge
requirement is I
transformation.
have these. Sorry,
In merge transformation, add that address file as well.
where?
In merge transformation.
You cannot add. We are not allowed to add anything here. This major transformation, this one from left to right, you are saying.
Or key, some dummy field you can create.
Yes, you are right. Where do you create that Dummy field. Where do you create the dummy field?
In the
You are
source
almost
itself,
there, Manoj. You are almost there.
the source file.
You cannot go and ask because this source file is with me so that I can go and add it.
In merge
But
transformation, you can create a dummy field.
no, we are not allowed to do that. These are only the options in the merge transformation. These are only the options. If I right click here, I cannot map from this merge from source. I mean this source to this merge here. You're getting my point, right, Manoj? If this source file is see here in this example, this source file is with me only so that I can go and add it. But if source file is coming from the customer, okay, who is located in US, you go and ask the customer add this field, some additional field with a dummy field in the source table. No, right? What I can do is simply take a query transformation here. Query transformation, remove this join, make this join to this query transformation, go here and map everything from we have address here, right? Where we have address additional field here. This should remain same. Where we need to add a dummy field in which source file? First source file, right? Go here, come here and add one dummy field here. That's it. So that the number of records will be same. Map to output. Add one dummy field here. Right click, new output column. Where you want to insert that? Insert below. What is the name of that? Address. What is the size? Sorry, data type. Varchar. What is the size? Size is how much? 3. It should be 3 only. Just give some pass some null. That's it. Apply. Okay. If you want pass some your name, you can pass. Anything is fine. I'm just passing now. Or if you want some pass some static value 1, 2, anything is fine. Now go and add this to merge transformation. Come here. See. This output to this merge transformation will automatically add based on these input files. Based on these input files, this merge will automatically will happen. Come here, add this to here, map to output. Okay, yes, fine. Now just validate it. What is the error? Length 3 for just check here and here address is 12. In US 12, here 3 only. Okay. I will go here, make address 12. Make address 12. Now validate it. No errors. Save it, run it. See, query transformation is like your select statement only, Manojji. Okay, and if you want to customize anything here in the query transformation, you can do that. Adding new fields, adding dummy fields, some adding some calculated fields, some transformations. I mean concatenation of two fields, or I want only some specific name or conditions, restrict the data, source data while loading into the target data. All those can be performed in the query transformations. So now I have validated this job. There are no errors. If I go and run this job now, then it will be running successfully. It's giving me irritation. So while practicing it, you have to, uh, you have to practice with all the scenarios. It is saved finally. Go and run the job. I have used these transformations in, sorry, to process the non-SAP templates. Yes, successfully completed. Go and check both tables data. Fine. Anyhow, it is null. From the first table, since we do not have a address field, okay, so we have, just passed null so that it is giving null only. From the second table, whatever address is there, that is, that has been loaded as is. Okay. And one more scenario, let's say, see if the number of records are not same, how to handle it in the sense, take the query transformation. You can create some, create a dummy field, create a dummy column. Okay, pass the value, whatever value you want to pass it, and you can handle such scenarios. Okay. And the next one is, let's say, one more scenario I want to explore here. That is, let's in the merge transformation. Let's take a customer name here, varchar. Here customer name is also varchar. Let's assume in the second file, the data type of customer name is coming as integer. Let's assume, okay, from the second file, the customer name is coming as an integer. Then definitely this measure transformation will throw the error, because the measure transformation prerequisite is number of columns should be same. The data type and I mean along with the size also should be same. Then only it will take it will perform that measure transformation. Otherwise, it will not. For suppose if the data type is different, if the data type of if the data type of this customer name which is coming from the second source, is different, then again you can go and go to the customer, go back to the customer. No, the type of the customer name is different. Make this, you cannot ask again, right? Then how do you handle such scenarios here in the table comparison? Very simple. How do you handle? If the data type is different, one column, okay, which is coming from two source systems, then how do you handle? Same thing here. Use the query transformation. Here, in that case, what do you do is use the type conversion functions, typecasting. If the customer name is coming as an integer, okay, do the typecasting of this customer name. Means convert the data type from integer to varchar. How do you do the conversion is, we have some functions, predefined functions. See, conversion functions. We have some predefined functions, to char, to date, to decimal. Okay, by using these conversion functions, first to convert the data type of field to the required, to the desired data type, then only map that to the measure transformation. Okay, that is the another scenario where you can see in the real-time projects. Clear, right, guys? This is all about the major transformations. I have demonstrated this major transformation with all the scenarios. Okay, if you want, you can practice with all the scenarios from your side so that you will get some perfection at least. And next, one more transformation we will see today. Okay, after that, I will stop our today's session. Next to transformation is, so this is very basic one. Okay, you can understand it very clearly. That transformation is date transformation. See, through BODS, there is a requirement. See, in the real-time scenario, before that, before going to the date transformation, in the real-time scenarios, major transformation in the sense, one of the real-time scenario is, I have used it in CBCR file. Okay, I will show you that during the KT time. And another scenario is I have a customer located in across the globe. Okay, different regions. So customers are maintaining different source systems. So US customer is maintaining his own source system, and UK customer is same customer but located in the different location, maintaining the different source system. Let's assume maintaining the different source system. And some India customer, same customer is located in India. Okay, this customer maintaining a different source system. But my requirement is I want to combine these these three regions data and load one target system in a single table. In that case, you will definitely, this measure transformation is definitely required. Okay, that is the one of the real-time scenario. And going to the date transformation, this is very simple in anywhere. Okay, maybe in your application also. Okay, now I want a one date table. I want the customer is asking. Okay, or there is a scenario, there is a requirement wherein date table is required in the database for further processing. Date table is required in the database for the further processing. Okay, if you ask me to generate a date table and give it, then what I will do is through BODS, I will generate one date table as per your requirement with the number of columns, whatever columns you want. Then I will give you that table in your DB, in our database, in our database. So in that case, in the BODS, we have a transformation. Name of the transformation is a date transformation. This should be in date integrator. Yes, date generation. Okay, let me demonstrate this. Is it processing or not? Okay, no issues. What I will just name this job date. It's very simple, guys. Take a data flow, df underscore date. Now drag and drop this date transformation. Okay, see the options of date transformation. Start date, end date, increment, join rank. Okay, if you want to join this table with any other table, then only use the join rank. Usually we use the join rank to improve the performance. This is one of the key factor to optimize the performance. So from which date you want to generate a calendar? From which date you want to generate a calendar? Okay. So now I'm giving a generate a calendar from 2024, or let's give 5. 5 year format is also given 0101. To which date? Okay, which date I'm giving here is 25. Okay, then 12, 31st. Increment. While generating a calendar, when this calendar start with this date, okay, and end with this date, between these two dates, start and end date, whether you want to increment daily, monthly, weekly, means daily in the sense start date is 1st January 2025. If you give the daily, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it will come like this. If you give weekly or monthly means monthly once it will give. Okay, 1st January, 1st February, 1st March, like that. Weekly, so weekly it will generate. Okay, in between dates are based on this increment only. So I'm putting right now daily only. Now take a key query transformation. Just map this map to output. If you want to change the name, you can change it date. Okay, data type is either you can mention date or date time. I'm just giving date. Up. So you in this date table, in the calendar table, you want only date or year, month, some other some other fields also would be required in this calendar table. That all the if you want, then you can create all the custom fields. Create here all the custom columns. I'm creating few of custom columns here. Should be inserted below. New output column. Where do you want insert? Insert below. Okay, I'm just giving year. Okay, here is the int. Okay. And create one more new output column, insert below. Then take month. Month also same. Okay, in the year, what I'm doing is there are some predefined functions. Okay, date predefined function related to the date. Go and check here. Date functions. Year is there, right? Yes, year is there, month is there, quarter is there, system time is there. Then see, day in a month, day in a week, day in a year, first day, based on the requirement. Okay, date difference is there, date part is there. So what I am doing here is date in a month, date in a week, date in a year. New output column, insert below quarter. Okay, then new output column, date in week. Date in month. Okay, now go and write the functions here. Year. So just drag and drop this. Based on this date only, you want to extract we need to extract the year. Just apply it. See the moment when you apply it now, see you can see there is a double arrow. Double arrow in the sense it indicates the calculated column. Calculated column in the query transformation. Go month. Just give month. So again, based on what you want to extract the month, date only, just apply. Then date in a week. What is that function? Date in a week, na? No. Go and check here. Day in a week. You can do like this also. Input date, date generation. Okay, finish. Then quarter. Quarter is there. Then here just based on this only I want to extract the quarter. Then day in a month. Go here. Either ways, if you know the function name very well, just write it and write it. Otherwise, go here. What is this column? Day in a month. Day in a month. Click on next. Select the schema, date generation, and field. From which field you want to extract this? Okay, then finish. Okay, come here. Like this, you can, based on the requirement, create the custom fields. Here, SAP AnaDB. What I am doing is calendar. I'm just giving table name as a calendar. Okay. Just validate this job and run it and see the output, whether it is as per your requirement or not. Calendar table generated as per the requirement or not. Just validate it. If any errors, fix them. If no errors, save this job, and no errors, well and good. Save this job. Okay. So by the way, anyone has started with practice? I need to create repositories are already available. Okay, I will assign repositories to I will assign to Monica, Manoj, Afrin also, right? You also need repository, right?
Yes, Venkat garu.
Yeah. I will do it
Okay, me
today.
also.
Yes.
Nandini.
Yeah. In one session, I will also show you, okay, how to that access part in CMC, because access part that we only will take we only taking care of access part, not SAP. Only SAP will take care of server related issues. BO access or BODS access will be handling by us only. It is getting saved now. Okay, go and run this job and see the output. What is the name? Date, first one only, yes. Okay, this is completed successful and go and see the data. See, 1, 2, because I have given increment as daily. 1, 2, 3, 3 days. Okay, month, day in a week, quarter, day in a month. Let me import this to database. And refresh this as well. I'm just giving a calendar table. Okay, so you can use this calendar table as needed in our application. Calendar, right? Refresh. It will not come because let me remove this filter criteria. Calendar, go and see the data, the database. See, clear, right? So I'm giving you the calendar table. You do use it this calendar table when as needed. Clear, right? Okay, that's all guys today. So in the today's session, we have seen a few more options in table comparison transformation. Then after we went with measure transformation and we had seen this measure transformation with all scenarios. Then day transformation also discussed in today's training session. Okay, that's all for the day. In the tomorrow session, we will see few more transformations. After that, I will go with variables and parameters in BODS, and then script. How to write a script in BODS. That is also very important. Any doubts in today's session? No? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.